What was free agency like? Like, is it like recruiting in college? Like, did you have options of where you wanted to go? Or?
There was a few teams that were kind of in the mix, but obviously Philly jumped on it quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what vision they had or what they saw, because I wasn't playing many snaps in New Orleans. But for me, it was just prioritizing fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't fit in the traditional 4-3 scheme, and that Sam linebacker position was really limiting because I was only going in for like 12 personnel, 21 personnel. So I could have played 2 snaps a game, or I could have played 15. So it was all about fit. I'm like, I played a 3-4 in college. Let me get back to that, whether I'm going to play edge or whether I'm going to play inside. Like, let me just get back to that scheme. And playing with Vic. Vic had Andrew Van Ginkel in Miami, so I'm like, maybe I'll play that role. But I got here, and they just put me right at inside linebacker.
So you didn't know where they were going to put you when you got here?
I had no clue.
So they didn't even tell you, like, be ready for this, that, or?
No.
They said, come ready to play wherever?
Yeah, there's opportunities, and I'm like, all right, there's opportunities.
Wow,
Let me just go. And next thing I know, I'm shaking Bobby King's hand at the front door, playing inside linebacker.
BK's funny. He's a good coach.
Great coach.
And throughout training camp too, like the position battling and finding out who's going to be where. Like, honestly, at the time, you were quiet.
Yeah.
But like,
quieter.
You freaking dog though.
I was just locked in.
You were
just
locked in.
I was like, I've been playing special teams. I could play 10 years. I could play 12 years as a special teamer. Or I could really grind at this position stuff and like really try to make my name for it. And this would be the time. So I was just locked in. I didn't really talk to anyone. I wasn't really like doing the hoopla and all that.
Which you don't need. Like, you don't need. There's other players on the team that can do that. But bro, you were locked.
Yeah.
Dialed.
Yeah,
Dialed.
it was crazy.
What was dialed?
Training camp, we go to Brazil, and then
Boom.
You had what, 15 tackles first game?
did you?
15 tackles,
With a
2
sack?
sacks. Yeah.
2 sacks. Good.
In the
gosh.
game sealer.
Yeah.
That was
But
sick.
watching that film to this day, every time coach turns it on, I'm like, ooh.
Dude. Everybody. Was, ugh. Everybody was
Just
ugh.
out there freestyling. I remember coming to the bench and plopping down next to Kobe, and we just look at each other
Dude, it felt
and
like,
not say anything.
Bro, it felt like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I remember watching my 4 snaps that I played on defense that game, and it was
It's crazy. Look how far you can.
it was ugly. It was ugly.
It's all right.
It's all right.
man.
We
was-
needed that. We
Yeah.
needed that.
Yeah. What was your first like interaction with Coach Fangio? Did he like sit you down when you came in and talk to you about like the defense and your fit at all, or no?
When I came in to sign last year, I'm like walking through the upstairs of the complex and shaking everybody's hand, getting to know everyone. And I walk into Vic's room. I didn't know anything about Vic. And I walk in there. I'm like, what's up, Coach? I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. Happy to be here. High energy. I just met everyone in the building, try to be as nice as possible. And he's in there watching like some old 2016 Baltimore Ravens defense clips. And the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm pretty sure he's still watching the clips. It was a short interaction. And then from there, the next interaction was probably through OTAs. I asked him, hey, when am I going to get some snaps on the edge? You know, I used to do that in my past.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of where I'm comfortable. He's like, we'll see. We'll see about it.
Yeah, he
Never
had a vision
happened.
for you, dude.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
He did.
You're right, too.
What do you think it is about him that allows our defense to play so well together? I feel like it's the way he coaches
What's
us,
the old
like
school
in the
coach?
meetings. Yeah.
Like, he's an old school coach. Like, he's not afraid to stand on business, you know, to put it like that and be real.
Yeah.
And, like, we're bought in, though. Like, we
Yeah.
can be coached hard.
Yeah, that's
And we
definitely what
accept
it is.
And then box drills.
I think our defense is so young that we, like, a lot of guys just came from college.
Yeah, so they're used
and
to
that's
that.
what they're used to.
Yeah.
And
That
they don't
is-
know any
yeah.
other way. Like, the Georgia guys, like, they're used to being coached hard and they can take coaching and stuff like that. But I think what makes Vic really special is the way he calls the game, like the plays he
Yeah.
calls in
Yeah.
certain situations.
Yeah.
I don't think we were in a split safety in a run versus a run that second half of that whole season. He was just calling the game right.
He's a good
Dude, no, like,
yeah.
and
game
like, he
manager.
believes in us, too. Like,
The Super Bowl we played like 2 coverages the whole game.
yeah, you want to play fast.
pretty much.
Throughout the year, obviously you have a couple games under your belt, but like when in the season did it like, okay, I'm comfortable. I'm out here being confident.
Yeah, through training camp even, I'm like, I don't know. We're going to have to see about this. I don't know. I know I'm looking good right now, but we have to see when the bullets start flying. I don't think it was until the third game for me.
So what was that?
It was the Saints.
Saints game.
The Saints, and we did I was on the edge a lot. Maybe that made me feel real comfortable.
Okay.
Like I'm like out here playing. And
that makes sense. Because we did do a lot of that.
I don't know. It was really insane. It was really insane all year.
Dude, yeah. I mean, more than insane. You're one of the best, proven one of the best linebackers in the league,
That's
in
wild.
my opinion.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
sure I'm talking for
In my
everybody
opinion,
else.
too.
In his opinion, too. And probably
Thanks,
a lot of
guys.
people here, it makes a big difference when you have dudes that can fit the run, fit the gaps, bust out and cover. Like,
Communicate.
dude, communicate.
Yeah.
You know how many times we can just look at each other, like even in practice,
Yeah.
like be ready for this. Like we just play off each other. Like once you kind of build that relationship, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes like I get confidence from you, and obviously I get confidence from other players on our team too as well. But like you're one of the guys that gives me my confidence when I'm back.
Oh, that's what's
you know
up.
What I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So I mean,
I appreciate
not being
that.
biased, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Coop gives me confidence too. You know, it's just kind of how
It's how our defense rolls.
yeah,
I
how our
think.
defense rolls, our team rolls, and
Yeah.
how we like to operate.
Yeah. Once the communication started getting better, I started getting more comfortable, like communicating with Coop. Like I'm always to Coop's side.
Yeah.
So there's things like me and him are both looking back for the call. We get on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
He alerts something, like you're picking the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I love that play because
I know.
there's so
Oh,
many
yeah.
layers. We're in
There is.
basic coverage, but
There
there's
is.
so many layers of defense. There was like
Yeah.
me and Oren down low. Coop kind of had that middle section. The corners back, the
Well, he got
safeties
the-
over top.
yeah,
That was
dude.
wild.
Yeah. Just playing off of each
Simple
other.
coverage that has a lot of layers. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Like that's a part of what Coach Sirianni is talking about too.
Yeah.
Like every single day, we talked about connecting and building that culture that we have in our locker room, to be able to play so well, you know, and play together and you know play with confidence.
I think what makes it so cool is that there's no like in college, I'll relate it to college. There's no like upperclassmen, lowerclassmen, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're all on an even playing field. Anyone could say anything they want,
Right.
whatever they want, no matter how young or old they were. And it was respected,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I think that's what helped me is you guys allowing me to talk and ask questions.
I mean, yeah, that's all we
And
want to
Q,
we
yeah.
want to see success. We want like that's one thing I feel like this team has like regardless of who you are, like what position you play, you might have played the same position as me. I want to still see you have success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So like you have that,
Yeah.
bro.
What was your first impressions of me and Reed when you first met us and got to know
Of
us?
we
you
didn't
guys,
really
of
talk to
the
him.
exciting whites? Yeah, I was quiet. I
You were
was quiet.
quiet.
I was quiet. I was in
know.
my
Did
own
Did you even
lane,
know my
but-
name?
Yeah, I knew you. Come on, man.
I don't think I really talked to
No,
Zach.
I didn't talk
No.
to Zach.
Um,
I'll be honest. I didn't.
It was with you, Reed. It's interesting because I played with a guy in New Orleans, Pete Werner, and I used to clown him every time you came up on the screen. We saw you guys' tape. I'm like, you guys are like the same person.
Bro.
And now meeting you, you guys aren't the same person, but
Oh,
it
thank you,
was
man.
just funny.
Thanks, man. Means a lot.
And then Coop, you were hurt.
I was hurt.
You were hurt.
Yeah.
So I was like,
You
I
didn't
need,
even do training camp.
I need to see this guy.
Yeah.
You know.
It's probably so fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see him the Bengals game?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Jeez.
Fresh legs.
I was excited. I was excited. I hadn't watched your film or I haven't heard a lot about you, but shit,
Dude,
you
a
got
lot of
here and you
people-
got right to work. You
of
understood the
people.
defense. You understood the defense faster than like I
Yeah.
ever seen anyone. And playing nickel, that is not an
Yeah.
easy spot to play.
No,
Fitting
I
the
didn't.
run. Mm.